The relationship between humans and animals goes way back, even to prehistoric times. Some animals adapted to the companionship of humans, while others adapted to live away from human contact. In both cases, it worked out pretty good for the two. Humans ended up with the ones that have helped them progress, while the other animals have managed to grow in numbers and inhabit the untouched lands where the circle of life continues to this day. The important role of animals cannot be confined to a single thing. First of all, animals provide humans with food. For example, cows, goats, and chickens. Secondly, they can be used for protection, for example, dogs, and also to aid the handicapped. Animals like horses and donkeys are used as a means of transportation, and for recreational activities like racing. We can say that animals are a source of income for most households, even today, in this era of technological marvels. However, you'll be surprised to see the price tag on some of the animals that exist today, either sought after as pets or for personalized zoos. And today we bring you a list of the top 10 most expensive animals that exist on our planet today. Number 10. DeBrazza's monkey. Locally known as swamp monkeys, these primates are named after the Italian-French explorer, Pietro Savorgnan de Brazza. This odd-looking monkey sure comes in at a hefty price tag of over $12,000. It's one of the oldest species of monkeys found on our planet, and is only found along the rivers and swampy forests of Central Africa. And you won't have a hard time identifying one either, due to its unique orange forehead and white beard on a black coat of fur. It's illegal to keep this majestic primate as a pet in many countries, but due to its unique physical appearance, enthusiasts and rich folk all around the world are often seen acquiring these animals. Despite not being at risk of extinction, a number of conservation plans have been implemented to ensure the survival of this species, and there are several captive populations housed in zoos across Europe and North America. Number 9. Hyacinth macaw. Being the largest parrot of any species, the hyacinth macaw is a beautiful bird to look at, with its distinctive deep blue and yellow colors. No wonder you can't find this bird for anything less than $14,000. Known to be easily trained and very friendly towards humans, they make great pets. And it's no wonder people across the world spend thousands of dollars to acquire it, and then spend a couple more thousand to provide it with a nice abode. Naturally, due to overcollection for the trade and excessive habitat loss, the bird is sadly considered to be at risk of extinction, and there are strict rules that only domestically hatched birds can be considered for pets. So beware before you go out there looking for one as a pet for yourself. Number 8. Palm cockatoo. Coming in at number 8 with a sticker price of over $16,000, this beautiful bird is truly one of a kind. The palm, or Goliath cockatoo, is a large black or smoky gray parrot from the cockatoo family. It has a distinctive appearance, having a large crest and one of the biggest beaks of any parrot, a beak unusual in itself, as the upper and lower mandibles do not meet along much of the length, which allows the bird's tongue to hold a nut in place against the top mandible, while its lower mandible does the work to open it. Between the eyes and the beak, there is a patch of bare skin, red in color. There is also a distinctive red patch on the cheek that changes color if the bird is alarmed or excited. The palm cockatoo inhabits New Guinea and the northern Queensland Cape York Peninsula, and also an area near Sorong in West Papua. They occur in rainforests such as gallery forests, forest edges, and eucalyptus and paperbark woodlands, monsoon woodlands, dense savannas, and partly cleared areas. They choose big trees for roosting and nesting. However, given its beauty, they're highly sought after as pets, and are reportedly one of the most expensive pet birds one can have. Number 7. Lavender albino ball python. A snake for the price of which you could buy a house. Yep, you heard that right. The lavender albino ball python is a $40,000 snake that will send shivers down your spine if you're afraid of these reptiles. The lavender albino python is a rare genetic morph of the ball python. Their pretty pastel coloration has made them highly valued among snake enthusiasts, and they're defined by their pale lavender background scales, with golden markings and ruby red eyes. A whopping 30 to 50,000 ball pythons are annually exported from Africa for sale in the exotic pet trade, and trappers have found these albino snakes among the regular ones. However, a recent study found that while these snakes live about 10 years in the wild, they're known to live much longer in captivity, with average survival ranging between 20 to 40 years. Interesting. Number 6. Camel. Surprised to see camels here? Well, so are we. A camel that comes with a price tag of $55,000, which is quite a hefty price. Imagine you could buy a fully equipped family SUV for the price of a camel. But then again, your SUV might not be able to take you to the places a camel can go. Camels have most commonly been associated with wealthy Arabs and oil tycoons. It's been used as a popular means of transportation, and not just in the Arab world, but also in parts of South Asia, such as Mongolia and the Indian subcontinent. With their ability to store up to 40 gallons of water, camels are able to work perfectly through extreme conditions in the deserts of the Middle East and the surrounding regions. However, these animals are by no means compliant to humans and require a lot of training and supervision. Also, camels are very social animals and require a partner to survive. And guess what? If you ever end up ramming your car into a camel in the Middle East, the local law enforcement officers are not going to be nice to you. Number 5. Chimpanzees. Right in the middle of the list, we have our closest living relatives, sharing 98% of our genetic DNA. The chimpanzees are not cheap. Priced north of $60,000, this intelligent creature costs a fortune, but is worth it. As a highly adaptable species, chimpanzees inhabit a range of habitats, including tropical rainforest, mountain rainforests at altitudes of up to 3,000 meters, swamp forests, less densely vegetated forest savanna mosaics, and even dry savanna. With a usual age of 33 years in the wild, the oldest recorded chimpanzee was Little Mama, a captive female who was between 76 to 82 years old when she died in 2017. This record holder far exceeds the median life expectancy for captive chimps, which is 31.7 years for males and 38.7 years for females. We cannot stress this strongly enough. Chimpanzees do not make good pets, and in many locations, having a chimpanzee as a pet is illegal. Chimpanzees are wild animals. They're not domesticated like a dog or a cat. To become a pet, they must be taken from their mothers at a very early age. And no, we don't want that to happen to our closest genetic relative. Number 4. Arabian horse. The Arabian horse is a very popular breed among collectors and horse racing enthusiasts around the globe. As a result, this pony isn't cheap, with a price tag of no less than $100,000. The Arabian horse is one of the oldest breeds in the world, and it's suited for endurance riding and equestrian sports. Having existed for over 3,000 years, the breed originated from Bedouin Arabic tribes who used it for transportation and also for use in the army. It's very docile and friendly and is known to be one of the most intelligent horse species on the planet. Did you know George Washington also owned one? He named his horse Ranger. And before we begin with our top 3 picks, a like for the video would be massively appreciated. And hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, so we can continue to amuse you with more amazing content in the future. Number 3. Markhor. The national animal of Pakistan, Markhor is an endangered species of the goat family. According to a wildlife report, in 1993 there were only 275 of these animals throughout Pakistan. But now population numbers have reached 3,500 and the animal is considered to have been recovered. So Pakistan has requested the International Union for Conservation of Nature to remove its name from the IUCN list. As expected, this animal isn't cheap, and to cope with the population of the animals in the mountain ranges in the country, trophy hunting of the animal is strictly government operated. A license to hunt one of these beasts can range anywhere between $1,000 for Pakistani natives, but if you're a foreigner looking to join the sport, that price would be $100,000. But hey, how many goats do you know who are named snake eaters? Like, literally, the name of the Markhor is derived from the Persian language, which, directly translated, means snake eater, due to this beast's ability to kill snakes and remain unaffected by the snake poison. A total badass if you ask us. What do you think? Is it worth all that hype? Let us know in the comments below. Number 2. White lion cubs. A rare color mutation in the South African lion led to the existence of the white lion. And with that mutation came a lot of attention. And that brought the price tag of $140,000 for a cub of this exotic animal. Scientists believe these magnificent beasts have existed for thousands of years, but came to human attention somewhere around 400 years ago. You can find one in around 24 zoos around the world, and these beasts are known to end up the center of attention wherever they land. Not only zoos, but rich people around the world have been known to import white lion cubs and keep them in self-built enclosures. Number 1. Tibetan Mastiff. We hope you didn't think we forgot to include a dog on this list. Well, of course, how could we miss out on a good boy? The Tibetan Mastiff is one of the most expensive dog breeds in the world, with an average price of around $582,000. This still primitive dog breed was developed centuries ago in countries like Tibet, China, Mongolia, India, and Nepal. Originally used as guard dogs for livestock and property, the Tibetan Mastiffs can still be found performing that role, but they also enjoy a life as a family companion or a show dog. The Tibetan Mastiff is a highly intelligent, independent thinker and is proactive to an extreme degree. He loves his family fiercely and tends to be good with children. But this animal is not for everyone. They tend to need firm, consistent training and moderate activity in order to become the gentle, quiet watchdog they're meant to be. The Tibetan Mastiff has a long double coat that comes in black, chocolate brown, slate gray, with or without tan markings, or in various shades of red and gold. The Tibetan Mastiff is a primitive breed, and unlike more domesticated dogs, he only goes through a heavy shed once a year. So there's some good news for anyone who's thinking of adopting one as a pet. Despite that already high price tag for a puppy, the last rare Tibetan Mastiff was reportedly sold for around $1.5 million.